Hey everyone, this is Horde from Immoral Thieves. We just had a question that came up. So this is going to be basically a video just to answer a question regarding how did I know that it would be safe to hog this base and that my hogs would not all die due to double giant bombs that are in this base. So it's a bit of a tutorial, I suppose. Um, So to answer the question first, why don't we go ahead and just watch the raid, and we'll see how the hog, just in general, how the hogs worked in this raid, and then I'll go ahead and break down the thinking that went behind the strategy and why that was chosen. So just get through the standard kill squad, taking out the clan castle and the archer queen stuff. They're going to get their job done. Yeah, okay, so here come the hogs. We knew there was Teslas there as a cleanup. So they're just going to split off and go in each of these separate directions. And okay, there you go. Some of the hogs went off and triggered the double giant bombs, and the rest kind of went around and pathed around the base, and then they're just going to clean it up. So yeah, we'll just speed through that. And you can see the marks there from the bombs going off, exactly where they were. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take a deeper dive into this. So the thinking here was basically I knew I wanted to path the hogs this way. The reason for that is, you know, if we look at the other possible outcomes, what I did not want to happen was something where, let's say that my hogs would end up coming in this direction or this direction, because in that case, then, yeah, they would all end up dying if they were all going that way. So it was pretty clear to me that the other path was a much better option. So when I think about how hogs path, first of all, so we know they're going to both be coming in on each side of these of the mortar here, and once they destroy the mortar, we know that I essentially just drew a straight line down the middle here and said, yeah, well, they're going to kind of be some on probably on either side, although probably more favoring the side closest to where the deployment initially was made, so that they would, in essence, most probably be on the outside track. But in any case, that is somewhat of a minor point. So I knew that that was the path they would take. Also, once they got to the air defense, that some of them would go branch off and go to the cannon. So, and you know, the reason why I can make these determinations is because I just count the number of tiles between, and if it's equidistant, I essentially make I just make a guess that 50% of the amount of hogs that I have are going to go in either direction. So essentially, I have 30 hogs to start the raid, and we can just go ahead and do simple math. So 30 divided by 2, so that's 15 hogs per side. So we have this other breakpoint here. So now that's 15 divided by 2. So that's equal to 7.5. Also, we know when they get to this this mortar here, there's another breakpoint here. to go to the Archer Tower or to the Expo. So that's, again, another divide by 2. So we have 7.5 divided by 2, and I basically just rounded up and said it's 4. Because I like to do kind of worst case scenarios. So let's actually look and see what was the amount of hogs that we lost. Did that actually happen? So let's go ahead and speed it up here, get to the point of the deployment. Okay, so here come the hogs. Okay, so there, a bunch of hogs just went off to the cannon there. Same thing on the other side. So now here's another, the mortar just went down. Oh, okay, so here you can see, ends up being most of the entirety of the 15 hogs that were sent on that side are heading towards the Archer Tower to the east, and then we did have some break off and go to the Expo. And same thing on the other side. So let's see, can we see how many we lost there? Didn't see how many there. There was 2 on that side. I believe it was 3 on this side. So really, you know, my calculations were pessimistic, and it was only a total of 5 hogs that were lost on those double giant bombs. But hope this kind of answered the question of, you know, how do you make these calculations with hogging? Because you're making your best educated guess based on what you know and how the hogs actually work. You know, I could probably be more precise maybe if I really sat down and studied more. But you know, a kind of a back of the hand calculation I think works for almost all the raids, unless it's just such one that's on the edge that, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be worth hogging in that case, or a different approach would be required. So yeah, if you have any more questions about it, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer it as best I can. Hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned a couple of things. I don't know. Anyway, we'll catch you next time, and cheers.